Right, King of Faith Media, Shahama, Cape Coast Castle. Now, around Hana, or most of the historic events they call so El Hani now, the history behind slavery, the history behind how freedom and everything came about is all over these premises. And you go inside now you could kakra so that you guys will have a feel of whatever it is going on in Cape Coast Castle. And that's it. Yeah, well, Cape Coast Castle. Here is a historic background. It talks more about the history of slavery in the premises of Ghana. It's, you know, around that. There are a lot of images and galleries talking about the history behind slavery and whatever it is, and we will keep you guys updated on everything. You go inside and we get volunteers to give us full story of whatever that is going on. Welcome to Kingdom Faith Media. We met some few people here and we want to have a discussion with them. Mommy, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. We want to know where you come from and what motivated you to come here.
We came from Sweden.
All right.
And we came here because my daughter was a volunteer last year.
Okay.
Now we are visiting them again. So she shows me everything.
So what have you learned so far when you came here?
What I've learned? Har vi lärt oss?
What have you learned? What did you learn when you came here? Have you learned anything new over here?
Yes, we have learned so much. A lot of things.
Like what?
I've been here last year, so I learned about all the culture, and also this castle is amazing how they kept everything, and to talk about everything to the people here. It's great to learn about the history.
Okay. So when will you be returning?
To Sweden.
Yeah.
She will leave in
Wednesday.
And
What about you?
I'll leave in 2 weeks.
2 weeks then.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for having time with us. All right. We welcome once again to Kingdom Faith Media. We've met a beautiful lady here, and we want to ask her why she's here in Cape Coast Castle.
Okay, so I went to Kakum initially, and then my friend told me that they have a castle here. Actually, I've heard of it, but I've never been here. So I just said, let me use the opportunity to come and see the place and learn about the history of slavery. So that's why I'm here.
But are you a Ghanaian?
Of course, I am a Ghanaian.
That means you are in Ghana here.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I came from Accra.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, that's nice. Okay, we welcome you. Enjoy the stay, and we'll talk to you later after everything. Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, bye.
All right, so we'll keep you in touch with whatever that is going on, and we'll give you updates on that. We'll be going inside so that we get more feel of the history concerning Ghana and whatever it is. Thank you. Right, we want to ask a few questions. Where are you from and why do you come here?
So we're from the UK, and we came here on holiday, and we came to see a bit of our history.
All right. So what have you learned so far?
We've learned a lot of tragic things about what happened to our great ancestors, but I've learned really interesting stuff about Ghana, and I'm really proud to be Ghanaian.
All right. So what have you learned so far?
I've learned quite a lot of interesting things, but also the fact that many black lives were destroyed just because of other races. Things that other people find tragic, many other people find it fun or funny or interesting. And to be honest, we should take this into account and also think about all of the lives that their races destroyed. For example, the Americans.
So we will go there, and after that, we wrap up whatever we do. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm from North America, United States of America. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So what have you learned so far?
That we still in slavery. We still need reparation from both parts, Africa and America, North America, and probably all over the world of reparation. Learned about the torture and the killing of crazy people, white and black, or European and African, because there's no such thing as white and black. You can only be a nationality. They preserved the castle pretty good. That's all I really learned. That we probably still in slavery also.
That's awesome of you. So, when will you be returning?
In a month or so.
Oh, that's nice. Because we saw you speaking out a lot, and we appreciate talking to you once again.
Yeah, no problem.
Your name again?
They call me Jay West.
All right, thank you very much. This is Kingdom Faith. Thank you. All right, we welcome you once again to Kingdom Faith Media. As we are speaking right now, here is Cape Coast Castle, filled with history and whatever it is. We'll be going inside now. All the juicy about the history behind our leaders and the slavery that has been going on back and forth. So whatever it is, we'll keep you updated on whatever it is. So follow us and peace out. We are at the dungeon right now. Quiz. We are in the dungeon right now. We are called men's slavery. The men's slavery. Inside. Whatever it is, we'll give you update. Yeah, it's very scary. I think that's my first time entering here.
Thank you. We're not seeing grace. With us? You with us? Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Meaning we are standing on solidified community. Okay, if we are to dig right now, we don't find the same bricks beneath. Because that was what the castle was built with. Please come stand here. Yeah, we found the same bricks beneath because that was what the castle was built with. Bricks, oyster shells, lime powder, stone, sand, palm oil. The Europeans would come to Africa, they not just come here as traders or as sellers. They said they had a message on the lips for Africans, for black people. And the message was, anything you do without Jesus Christ will kill you. But Jesus Christ is the fountain of life, and that in his life we see light. What I mean by this is some of them came here as missionaries, build churches. But among all the places, they chose to build their churches on top of the dungeons. If you go to Elmina, you will find the Dutch Reformed Church on the female slave gun, Roman Catholic Church on the auction block, Presbyterian Church in Osu Castle, and right above this room, SPG, Society for the Publication of the Gospel, now the Anglican Church. So while there are people dying in here, these Anglicans claim to be worshiping God. So the question is,
the Catholic Church. So everybody that serves Jesus and say they serve Jesus, they don't serve Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, understand that.
Jesus is not white. It's not. So all those pictures in your houses, I don't know what that is, but that's not Jesus.
They said it was
It's not.
Shakespeare. One of his cousins, and he was a homosexual. Yeah.
hello. Okay, so I need that to go back. Okay, so yes, sir, thank you. So just like he said, it is not everybody who speaks about Jesus Christ carries Jesus Christ. Yeah, and having the church on top of the dungeon, hypothetically, we can talk about two types of reasons. We can talk about the faith reason, and we can talk about the judgment reason. According to the faith reason, the church was built on top of the dungeon to signify God's submitted our pain, our sufferings. So whatever we go through in this life, God sees all of them. That God is found in the heavenly council and in the assembly of God. He makes decisions. Meaning God has the power and the authority to stop all the sufferings. But the question is, why is it that God does it? It is simply because He needs us to grow. And you don't grow in the good time when everything is going your way. You grow when there's a bit of pressure. When you feel like giving up because the work is too much and your strength is gone. That after all the fasting, after all the prayers, the one you love dies in your hands. But you still have to look up to God and trust Him for life. This is what Job will say, though He slays me, yet will I trust Him. This sounds crazy, but this is faith. And then we have the judgment reason. When Europeans believe that Africans are the byproduct of the curse pronounced on the Canaanite. That when Ham saw Noah's nakedness, Noah cursed Ham's descendants, the Canaanite, that they were the slaves among slaves for their own brothers. And our words down in Hebrew, the word Ham, H-A-M, means hot, burnt, or black. And since Alright, so this is the last term. When the ships came, the slaves did not go through the same door we came from as human beings. They had to go through an underground passage, which was right here. At that time, this shrine you see was not here. It was absent. All that was present was the entrance of the tunnel, where the slaves in chains and in shackles walked through the door of the tunnel. But the entrance was locked around 1834 to mark the end of the slave trade, and that was led by Captain George Buckley. Comparing this room to the rest of the rooms, what do you find?
There's more light.
Thank you. Yeah, it's simply because here was a selection room, and not all the slaves could go through the underground passage when the ships arrived, because there were some of them were so weak and broken that they could not see. Those who were disabled were left in the corner there to allow those who were able to go through the entrance. After that, those who were sick were taken for them to wait for the next ships, but without any medical attention. Your being and your survival depended on the immunity of your body, how strong your body was at the time. If grace found him in time, they survived. We praise Christ Jesus, but if he died, there was no burial of any black slave here. All of them were dumped into the sea. But when you look around, you have all these wreaths and flowers brought in by tourists, people like you, to pay homage to those who died. To my left is a shrine. The stone is with money on top, with egg, toppings, blood all around. It is a sea god, and this used to form part of the whole rock on which the castle was built on. But after our local people sold the land to the Europeans stopped the Africans from worshiping the whole rock. The reasons mean that they bought the land from the local people, and began because they believed in the scriptures, where God says the only way to worship me is through Jesus Christ of Nazareth. It is only through Jesus Christ that salvation is made available. That Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. That nobody ever gets to the Father except through Him. But whatever the Europeans said to the Africans was lies in the market. they're ready to worship their own God. So before this castle was built, what they did was to take portions of the rock. They carved two pieces. One, two took these pieces from here. These were brought back here after the end of the slave trade. As we speak to right now, we still have Africans who did not believe in the name of Jesus Christ, nor in the personhood of Jesus Christ. They do not believe that the blood of Jesus Christ shakes ground, that it speaks better things than the blood of Abel. So anytime they feel like worshiping, they still come here. That's why you see all these seats for the worshipers out there. Because it's been here for centuries. It's hot enough. If it's fresh, then it will smell the way you want it. Any other? Okay, let's go.
Still at the Cape Coast Castle. Na ehano osha around that. Ehano na almost say any penny na no. Omoba omobewu ehano na omomoja ni nyamanyama ni tata hase. Ye na no mane ade ade na no. Ehano na moja ni nyamanyama ni na no ebeku ena omono okokun omo na omono wonko. Or see European for no when it came say I was saying they have to do anything. What they did was to say omo be did Jesus ebe tata omochi as a fake Christianity, but ni nyechi na ko wie no yes and by so people still comes to that shrine that we went na omo be nya or say omo to me there that's
it was simply called with Africans when their kids were the day of born. But in England the quote was corrupted to quack. I mean Northern UK, like we spell it. But here, whichever way you pronounce it, yes. And they decided to give him the Christian name Philip after his baptism. He was born in 1741, died in 1816 at the age of 75. Yeah, he thought it was a snitch.
Oh, yeah. Snitch, right? Somebody killed him, I guess.
Snitch is good. Stitches.
At the age of 38, died. We cannot tell exactly what killed his wife. In the middle, we have Letitia Elizabeth London, the wife of Captain George McLean. Yeah, can you go back? Yeah, McLean was a gunman here. At the age of 46, malaria took him away. Oh, yeah, his wife came to visit him, but 2 months upon arrival, she was discovered dead. Yeah, in the husband's bedroom. And we have 3 thoughts on what killed this woman. The first one holds she died of malaria. The second one has to know what she can. Even though she was the sugar in McLean's coffee, an African woman was the bread. Oh, and then out of jealousy and frustration, she poisoned herself. Oh, okay, so the last thought talks now, just like any other leader, she loved her life. She was important, and she loved what she did. So she would not kill herself for the sake of the husband. So if there was somebody who killed this woman, it was nobody, but somebody called George McLean. Together with who poisoned her. So they could go on with their relationship. At the age of 36, she died. 36, 38. die too young. Because the field of the Lord belongs on the days of the wicked. So each time we drain, it travels through right here. It was the same thing the masters had to drain, but the masters ought to go through a cleaning process. They'll boil it, filter it, or they took it in. But the blacks had to drink it without any treatment because they believed that Africans were naturally arranged, structured, and strong, that they could take it anything without being killed. Let's see. Yeah, so they moved from that space in chains and in shackles right through this end to the door of no return. Nobody could crisscross, nobody could go in, and nobody could come out. Why then do we have this opening? This was simply an observatory where the English soldiers were staying to make sure the slaves were moving. There are no stairs here, so please, if you want to have a look, watch out. Listen, there's no insurance here.
We're coming in? No insurance.
So this was the end of the underground passage from where we saw the shrine. The slaves in chains, in shackles, in couples walked through to this place. Then we go through the door of no return, which was here. But the door was blocked because of the encroachment of the sea. See, the sea was creeping in, distracting the whole business. So what the English did was to block it, to make another door of no return. Outside this room to continue the trade in peace and not in pieces. They stole nobody's nothing. Yeah, they simply said no to sexual abuse. If you resisted rape, you're brought here for 2 weeks maximum punishment. But if we're here for more than 2 weeks and you're still not given to rape, then the English had to subjugate you. They had to break your spirit. How will you how? By letting you carry some of the cannonballs, the big ones. You carry more than one of them in your hands and you want to walk with them. As you walk with the balls weak, if any of the balls fell, that meant agreement to be raped, consent. Yeah, meaning nobody escaped being raped because the balls are too heavy. And again, no enslaved African was allowed to take a bath here. The only time a female slave could take a bath was when any of the English wanted to take advantage of her. Yeah, women go through menstrual cycle, right? Yeah, so imagine having your blood in you for a month or two, plus the urine, the sweat, the feces, whatever the potential rapist was, if only he was a human being, then he cannot stand the smell. Therefore, the need to wash the woman down, apply some pomade, perfume on the skin, get her some nice dress to wear, some nice food to eat before raping her. When that was done, she wasn't done, but she was brought back to the female slave dungeon to wait for the ships to come get her to the Americas, to go work on the plantations of people who were made in the image and the likeness of God, but did not see Africans as such. There's a small hole here. That's where the females had to pass out urine and feces. The food was placed here. They were to be fed twice a day, but for their punishment, they were fed once. You can have a look. drill holes to be their source of light and air. Those who are sexually abused, some are found pregnant here. If you're found pregnant here, they took you outside the castle where they had built stone houses for you. You'll be taken care of by some English doctors and nurses, midwives. After giving birth, they give you some grace period to breastfeed the kid, weigh the baby, and kind of get well. When that was done, the kid was ripped apart from the mama, and the mama brought back here to wait for the next ships. But these kids were brought back to the castle, and they established what we call castle schools. They trained these kids into greatness. We have some of the descendants of these kids here. We have names like Aslan Hicklord. We have Thompsons, Van Dykes, Vanderbilt, Smith, Arthur, Robinson, Jefferson, Jackson, Benson, and the rest. But if you're not fortunate to be found pregnant here, you are found pregnant on the ship, some were thrown overboard. The reasons being that you're so weak, you are burdened. You will need more time, extra care, and nobody was ready for you. Again, slaves taken to the New World could be sold at any point in time, and it was so difficult for them to sell pregnant slaves. It's so no use for you, so the best they could ever do was to get rid of you.
Did they track everybody down that did the slavery, black and white, and took their money back and got our money back? What's going on?
Now, our money is still with them. They've not tracked them down yet.
Oh, okay.
We're still in the process.
Okay, the investigation is still on.
Yeah. So let's see the door.
Where the female dungeoners were, the females slavery were kept. According to the leader, Noka Baby said, Ebano said, Wamo fire phone as a baby, the whites and the blacks, you know, what they do is that they take them. Now, Omo Afa Abofambano Makoshon ye, but Omo wona say, Ebia, according to Suna, Wokose on the slave ship or there, a honor the umbeto at watching ya, in fact, to be a no so into show around aha, Nina, baby, or more a woo, we need Yamanina. That was it.
Different person wrote English names. You got questions for me? All right, now let's go to the door of no return. We're coming back. And I love my life. We're coming back.
So we are entering the door of no return. So we've entered the door of no return.
That time, the sea was all over here. Yeah, there was no dry ground and there was no sea to pass. So the English would bring in some small boats like you see. They get the Africans in small numbers. But then transfer them to the bigger ships on the deepest part of the ocean. There's something else on the door. What does it read? So we had this inscription in August 1998. There was a festival called the Emancipation Day. At that time, 2 black bones were exhumed from their graves. One was taken from New York by name Samuel Castle. The other from Jamaica, Mother Crystal. These black bones were sent back to Ghana. You watch how they sent back the corpse of Christian right? Yeah, so the same way they sent these bones back to Ghana by plane. But when they got to Abanze, you know Abanze? Yeah, they decided to come by the same bridge, the sea, to this very castle, through the same door of no return. These ancestral bones were taken to the center of the castle, where African traditional funeral was held for these bones. After that, these ancestral bones were reburied in Ghana at St. Mansur. You know them. Yeah, so bringing these bones back to Ghana stood for the coming back of all the slaves. It was done to say, hey, the road that leads to Africa is now paved with a signpost called freedom. Anybody stolen from here is now given the compass to find his way back home. So we have door. There are some of the male slaves who were sold to Papa. They proved to be the Shadrachs, the Meshachs, and the Abednego. They would never bow to the God of transatlantic slavery. Those who had the zeal to fight were brought here to die. To fight the English were brought here to die. They were given nothing to eat. There is nothing to drink. There is no air. There is no light. We call this room the room of no return. Because whoever went there alive came back dead. Yeah, and this is the only original door left in the castle. Please, we're going to watch your head. Don't carry the castle home. Watch your head. Just to come find out who is dead, who is not. If they came in there, some dead, some alive, we'll not get rid of the dead bodies, no. The living stayed here with the dead. They locked all the three. You think you're wicked? Somebody's more wicked. So they locked all the three doors, went back, came back the next day. They had to do that till they found the last person dead. Hello. So when that happened, because they could not stand the smell, they went for some of the male slaves, forced them to come carry the dead bodies of their own brothers. Will carry the dead bodies, lay the dead bodies. They'll call the rest of the slaves to say, hey, have a look at what happened to your brothers who tried being the Kunta Kintes, the Nelson Mandelas, the Kwame Nkrumahs, and the Luthers. When that was done, these dead bodies were tied to stones and dumped into the sea. So we call the sea the grave of the enslaved Africans.
I would call it that. Shouldn't just say for heroes and something inspirational.
I mean,
for meaning.
For the sea. I mean, we call the sea the grave.
The grave, okay.
You can't stand.
Right, we want to ask a few questions. Where are you from and why did you come here?
So we're from the UK, and we came here on holiday, and we came to see a bit of our history.
Alright, so what have you learned so far?
We've learned a lot of tragic things about what happened to our great ancestors, but I've learned really interesting stuff about Ghana, and I'm really proud to be Ghanaian.
Alright. So what have you learned so far?
I've learned quite a lot of interesting things, but also the fact that many black lives were destroyed just because of other races. Things that other people find tragic, many other people find it fun or funny or interesting. And to be honest, we should take this into account and also think about all of the lives that their races destroyed. For example, the Americans.
So we will go there, and after that, we wrap up whatever we do. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
All right. Coast Castle. Now, according to Nana, they are describing how things are going and how things are faring. We will keep you updated. Now, Yama, come on.
Breaks mirror alcohol. They had companies from Liverpool, Manchester, Bristol, London. All of these companies were in here ready to buy slaves. How does a company identify that this is my slave, this is not? The companies had iron with the name of the company beneath it. They put that in fire red hot. You know how it goes with work, right? In fire red hot. From that to palm oil. From that to male your chest. Female your back or your arms because of your breast. Yeah, there's some of them who preferred portion of the slaves yet cut. And those who had a bit of God in them, who were merciful, will go for an anklet to put around here for easy identification. It was after Brandon that the males and the females were put into their respective dungeons. So this was their first place of contact, the slaves, before they were put into the dungeons. If you read Indigenous Slavery in Ghana, it talks about how they were sold here through auction. Yeah, how many bracelets go for one slave. Yeah, what qualified one to be a slave in Ghana at that time? What disqualified somebody from being a slave? All that, a whole lot. So I recommend that book and go home and get it, huh? All right. Let's see what the governors lived. Okay.
All right, so Oaha, you realize we've take a tour in the Cape Coast Castle. We'll be able to explore how our ancestors were treated and all that. We've come to know our root and the history behind us. And over here is the end of today's show, and we will give you more back to back. Thank you very much.
I'm from North America, out of United States of America. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
So what have you learned so far?
That we still in slavery. We still need reparation from both parts, Africa and America, North America, and probably all over the world of reparation. Learned about the torture and the killing of crazy people, white and black, or European and African, because there's no such thing as white and black. You can only be a nationality. They preserved the castle pretty good. That's all I really learned. That we're probably still in slavery also.
That's awesome of you. So when will you be returning?
In a month or so.
Oh, that's nice. Because we saw you speaking out a lot, and we appreciate talking to you once again.
Yeah, no problem.
Your name again?
They call me Jay West.
All right, thank you very much. This is Kingdom Faith. Thank you.